Hey everyone, welcome back to the NFT Sports Show. Woohoo! So I hope everyone is doing very, very well. I am super glad to last week's announcements was pretty special. So if you've not watched last week's announcement, I highly recommend you go check out the announcement because it's pretty cool. So here we are back on to NFT Levy in the metaverse, because remember last week we purchased some land in a sports icon, sports metaverse. So technically, this podcast is in the metaverse. A bit of fun. Why not? We're on talking about NFTs, so we may as well talk about metaverse as well. So if you haven't already, make sure to check out Instagram and TikTok, where you can find loads of latest NFT sport news. We have a brand new website where we are updating articles with the latest news. So if you like to have a little read of the news, then you can read it over our website, which we'll absolutely love for some support as well. So this week is really cool updates and new things, especially in Italy. So yeah, Italy sports, especially the Italian Football League, so many updates. So going to bring a lot of information there. But we're not going to start with Italy right now. We're going to start with something which is quite interesting. So the National Baseball Hall of Fame, so have partnered with Candy Digital to celebrate their new Hall of Fame members with NFTs, which is really cool. So now, as a Hall of Famer, which normally tends to be people who are maybe retired. So that's really cool. They're going to have their own NFTs. So now they've had sport cards, which probably these Hall of Famers sport cards are going really valuable. Now these are the first people as well to get NFTs as well with the Hall of Fame. So it's really interesting. Their goal here is to basically create baseball legacies with younger fans, and Candy Digital have now got license and stuff to utilize the baseball videos and so on, and they're going to be using 3D technology to create NFTs. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited to see how that's going to be done. I think there's going to be museums with this to celebrate the history of the sport. Now, baseball, how long is it going to be until this exactly same happens with NBA and NFL? So that's really interesting. So on to the Italian league. Now, this is just, there's so much now. Serie A, the football league in Italy, the Inter Milan, Juventus, Lazio, Napoli, all the clubs. That's the league. They've signed up two big partnerships in the last 14 days. First one is Sorare. So we know Sorare, the biggest fancy NFT marketplace. They've partnered with that. So now Sorare got the license to do that, to basically collect, trade, and play digital cards in form as NFTs, which is quite exciting for Italian fans. But also, again, it's just benefiting Sorare's licensing and platform, and hopefully get more Italian customers and kind of strengthening their brand, Sorare, which is really good. And if you haven't checked that out, check it out. We have a lot of information on the NFT website on how to start. We actually have done a brand new article today on how to start with the baseball. So if you're actually interested in baseball and doing carding, then you can check the website. And a few days afterwards, when we saw this, the exactly same league have partnered with a company called OneFootball. Now, OneFootball are basically a Web3 company, and they also partnered with Bundesliga, so the German league. I think it was two months ago. I think it was exactly the same. We talked about it on the show, which was really interesting. And OneFootball is already at the official moments partner with German Bundesliga. So this is kind of interesting because, one, they're now going to be doing players and moments. So with the Sorare, it's going to be more like players, and with OneFootball, it's going to be more moments and celebrating historic moments in the league. And now, obviously, OneFootball have got licensing from them, and they're going to be creating the same NFTs and creating moments. So it's interesting because they're not the same, because Sorare is more fancy football game, whereas this is going to be more of an NFT marketplace selling NFT moments and so on. I'm just excited to see, and 1,300 NFTs will be released next season. And I need some water. And really cool, as we're talking about the Metaverse, the Yorkshire County Cricket Club. Yorkshire County Cricket Club, if you're in the US or anywhere not in the UK, you probably have no clue what I just said. They've partnered with the Metaverse company platform, And this partnership will start. It started last week, so 22nd of July. They're going to be creating NFTs. They're going to be basically sourcing stuff within the metaverse. Now, I don't know how it's going to work, but they're going to be having their kind of like kits and stuff in the metaverse, and kind of like joining the metaverse in some way, and so on. So there's not much information on this, but the branding is like it'll be a partnership. So the branding around the club will be this company, I don't know, Virtual, I think it's called, pronounced. I don't think I pronounced it correctly, which was established in 2017. So that's really, really interesting, and especially not many English sports have kind of gone to NFTs as much as the US sports, and that's why it's gaining a lot more recognition, because they're taking steps into the metaverse, and it'll be interesting to see how more sponsors, I think, and there'll be more sponsors like this within the next 2-3 years. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this little update with NFC Sports Show. If you haven't already, remember to make sure to check out Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, the website www.thenftlevy.com. Loads of articles. Last week we talked about the National Football League. We talked about Ronaldo. We talked about Mbappe. Every single sport, even big, not just big sports, smaller sports, we cover it there, because this is the opportunity for smaller sports to get more recognition in what they're doing in the Web3 space. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this episode, and see you soon.